Hey folks, welcome to moneyme. Thanks for stopping by and checking out my channel. If you guys would do me a quick favor, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and comment down below. But basically, as the thumbnail says, we are taking a position in Viacom. We like Viacom again. If you've watched some of my earlier videos that I did year and a half, 2 years ago, we got into Viacom and sold out and missed a lot of the run. We had initially got into Viacom. Today, Viacom closed at 35.78, up 3.62%. Bought some today. We bought some a couple days ago. So our average cost is probably around 34.50. Let's look back. Let's go back actually. Back in 2020, we had gotten into Viacom in the 30s and really had liked it, and then it bottomed out at 10.10 in March 18th of 2020. And when it had gotten back into, so we bought some at 14.15, and another account that I helped manage with a friend that we took large positions, and I'm not sure if he still owns it because I used to help that guy with real estate and stuff and just different schedules and stuff like that no more. But if you guys remember over last year, 2021, I mean, look at this. Look at this daily chart. Let me see the weekly if it had kind of gone up like that too. Yeah, I mean, it really went crazy, and I was hoping to get back in and sold and made a little bit of money in it, but it just I felt was running too far, too fast. And I know that a lot of times, basically, once Viacom kind of hit that $50 range, it always seemed to stumble, and it did. I turned out to be right, and then it went down a little bit, and it just continued to run from here to 102. It went from February the 1st to March the 15th, 102. And February the 1st, the stock it had closed at 52.33, so it basically did a double in 6 weeks. And then all of a sudden, look what happened. 102 down back to 40. And there was somebody that was heavily shorted the stock and was forced to buy it back to the point where it basically cost that hedge fund a lot of money. But we like it, and with the stability of the market lately with the corrections, I'm looking into stocks that I feel are good no matter what the economy is doing. Now here, I mean, it was back in which I don't quite understand. 38, it dropped to 28. Wish we would have got back in here. It went from 28 up to 37, and then like with the market in January was terrible, was back down to 30. And I felt it really was time. I was looking for a company that CBS. Viacom owns CBS, and they have the movie studios, and their price time earning is it's not a big growth company. The market cap is around 23.3 billion. The PE is 7. The dividend yield is almost 3%. It has a 52-week range of 28 to 28.29 to 101.97. So I honestly feel the company is worth $55, even in a buyout. If you guys remember, CBS and Viacom merged together a couple years ago, and before that merger, each stock was if you added them two together, was $50-$60. So I never understood that why when it merged together, the value of the stock was kind of lost, and we had a big position in it, but got burnt when the market collapsed because of COVID, and we were like, but I did help somebody else get into it, and they made a ton of money. They probably didn't sell out when it was close to 100, because that's what people do. They become greedy, and they don't sell out when they're supposed to. And but I'm looking for companies that, no matter what, are going to be around for the long term, I think. I do think they would make a great, and I just read an article, and looking at the bullish pattern, basically the next 2 to 6 weeks looks up. The next 6 weeks to 9 months looks up. Long term, it's sideways, but it's one of those stocks that we got in, and honestly, if it probably hit, 50, 52, we would sell it. I mean, we're not necessarily long term holders of stocks. There are some stocks that we've held over a year and a half because we've taken a loss on them, and at the end of the day, we think these companies can bounce back. But just to be clear, I am a trader, and I look for opportunities to. What I try to do is look for stocks that basically we try to get a return of 30% on accounts. So basically, so at 30%, we pretty much can double that account every 2.5 years. So if we get a 10% move, sometimes in 3 or 4 months, we'll sometimes almost have a large portion of the account. That has been the strategy. Has that been a mistake? Yes and no, and it has worked before. There's been times where we've only owned 3 stocks. Now the one account, managing 5 or 6 accounts right now, and some we don't do options, some we just do stocks, some we do mutual funds, some are just dollar cost averaging, 401k, IRA, regular accounts, margin accounts, options accounts. So I think they would make a great asset. And then someone just did an article, I think it was a day or two ago, and that was another personal opinion by somebody, that they would probably be a great addition to Netflix. And really, just because of me personally, what they have as far as their movies and stuff, it's worth a lot more than where we're sitting at right now. The profile, excuse me. The profile, they have 22,000. Their headquarters is actually based in New York City. The film entertainment include, they distribute, changed its name to they were CBS Corporation, changed name to Viacom CBS. They have prime television network, primetime comedies and dramas, kids, daytime game. They own and operate 29 broadcast television stations and have a 24/7 cable program service that provides college sports and related content. I wish they would pick up one of the companies that I own, Fubo. Fubo's market cap, and let me look that up just real quick. Fubo's market cap, and I've gotten burnt with Fubo. Fubo's market cap is only 1.7 billion, and they're like Hulu, Netflix, and stuff like that. So there's always going to be room for entertainment, and Amazon is so big in itself, and people don't realize Amazon has their own studios, just like Netflix, and are producing a lot of their own. But there's a lot of big money to be made, obviously, keeping people on their platforms and having the content and doing what they're doing. And I don't know how much the DVD business makes anymore. I mean, now they sell DVDs at Walmart for $5, and DVDs basically cost $1 to make. But it's not like years ago when DVDs were $50, or I mean, there's still new movies that come out at $25-$30, but we like it. It has earnings per share $5.12. Earnings date is actually next week, February 15th. The dividend is 96 cents. So that's 2.78%. Let's check if there's any news. In case you guys are wondering, this is the Webull desktop app that I'm recording from, and the chart's looking good. I mean, obviously there's going to be, it broke down here, but the market was correcting, and it's had a nice green, steady upward. Let's look at a weekly chart as far as, yeah. So I guess, yeah, pretty much the next resistance is going to be about $2 more. So, there's going to be, and then ultimately, we need to get out of that $42 range. But I really like to see the company eventually get bought out. Look at that monthly chart back in 2020. Basically, every month from April to February the following year was an up. But boy, when it dropped, and obviously it was overvalued, it dropped. So Viacom, let me look and see if we have any more news on it. They are Viacom is exploring the sale of the CW network. The CW had a long output deal with Netflix. Yeah, I would love to see Netflix basically take over. Um, I mean, they have the Netflix has taken. Let me look at. Well, let's pull up Netflix here. I mean, just like a lot of stock, Netflix has taken a hit too. So Netflix stock. Netflix was today up 2.2%. I mean, obviously they had a lot of subscriber issues just recently, and on November or January the 20th, the stock was at 510, and they had earnings come out that basically were downbeat, and that stock dropped from 510 to 370. Yeah, that stock was down. That stock was down big. There was a lot of opportunity to make. Their market cap, though, was huge, $183 billion. So they easily could, you know, take on a Viacom. Is that right? Revenue. The 2020 revenue was $25 billion as far as Netflix. Let's see how they. Short term, the chart is looking, and we are getting a little bit of buying right now, but I would just be careful on any large purchases of any stocks. And just for full disclosure, I'm not a licensed broker. Basically, supposed to disclose this is for entertainment purposes only. And I'm just a regular everyday guy. I'm not selling no programs. That's why I created this channel. I wanted to show you guys the wins, the losses, and basically the mindset of an average investor who basically, well, why would you buy any stock? Well, this is why. And I've been doing this for over 20 years, and I'm going to talk about all things money on this channel, and I'm going to do more videos besides stocks. I've just been kind of busy. Honestly, I have another channel that I work on. I'm a reseller full-time, so I sell on eBay and Amazon, Facebook Marketplace a little bit, but I really enjoy the subject of money. I've been a previous Subway franchise owner, had a restaurant, and have done a variety of businesses, and I just enjoy it. So I'm hoping that you guys will, get some little education and information out of this videos that I do, and I appreciate your support. And once we get to 1,000 subscribers, we are going to give away some stock. We're going to maybe do a special one day where the people come into the live, and maybe we'll give out several $100s worth of stocks that day, and just random to whoever shows up that night. And so if you guys could share this out, I'd greatly appreciate it. Hey, have a great day. But again, we didn't buy Viacom.